Hey guys, I just wanted to make a quick video about a trading competition I was in last week. It was hosted on the EMX exchange. I saw they were hosting a competition with a couple thousand in prizes and I thought, hey, why not? Now, unfortunately, I didn't make it to the top 10 or whatever it was for the grand prizes, but I still made it to 26th place. And when there's over 1,000 participants, that would put me around the top 2%. I actually made it to top 20, but I fell back down to 26, which still isn't too bad. I might even point out that you see some people just went 100% long with one trade, which you could argue is not really trading, and what might have happened if we didn't have a huge bull run over this course of time. But nah, really props to everyone in the competition. If you did well, you did well. You can't really cheat, and that's fair. That's really why I like trading in a sense. I also want to have a little humble brag about my Sharpe ratio. So if you sort by Sharpe ratio, you can see, if it loads, you can see that I'm in 13th place. So that's not too bad. So really happy with that, especially with the 83 trades. So all in all, I was just really happy with how this turned out. I wanted to make this video for a couple reasons. However, the main reason was to just put things into perspective, to help show you guys what's kind of going on behind the scenes. I'll also touch on how I actually made it to the top 2%, what my strategy was, and so on. So here's top 10. Now here's top 20, and here's top 50. Now, if you notice, to reach only top 50, all you needed to do was increase your count by 1% over the course of 1 week. Now, here's top 70. Notice we're already going into the red, so only about 7% of people in this competition were profitable by the end of the week. I do want to add real quick that yes, a week is really small, statistically not the greatest to extrapolate on outwards, and it's also fake money, etc. But I would say that it's not terrible for getting a general idea of what's going on. I know that statistic that 90% of traders lose money that's floating around out there. I have to say I'm not sure exactly where that figure comes from, but looking at this, it might not be too far from the truth. So essentially what I wanted to tell you guys was, if you're making any profit whatsoever, you're doing pretty good. Hell, just breaking even, as you can see, is pretty good. Now, as to how I got top 2%, it's really not that interesting or special. I wanted to do a manual trading strategy for this one, and only computer assisted by using indicators. I used a very basic RSI strategy. However, this is one I practiced for so long. I feel the amount of raw practice I put into it was the reason it worked out so well. So it started on the 12th of May and went to the 19th. I traded on the 3-minute time frame, and I looked for instances where the RSI was diverging, or maybe where it looked like it couldn't make another push. So as a basic rule, the first push has to reach an overbought or oversold levels on the RSI, and after that I look to see if it attempts to push again but fails. Again, this is something that you almost just have to judge for yourself. I'll try to do a few here. I actually have no idea which ones I actually did, but let's see if I embarrass myself. So basically something like this, like basic RSI divergence, and for taking profit I would just use price action. So I would aim for something maybe down here, so let's see if that works. And I don't know, I probably would have gotten out of this trade by now, but that's basically all I did. I'd enter around here, get out. That would be my original target, but now that I see the RSI is kind of struggling there, I probably would have gotten out. I do get out of trades really fast, and that's just how I am. That's what I've found to work. If something else works for you, that's perfectly fine as well. I'm just gonna look to see if I can find some more examples. So maybe something like this too. Looking for, I don't know, it's again, it's just one of those things you have to judge. I don't like these spikes. I don't I don't even know if they have a real name. I mean, they're called local maxima or minima, but I don't think this spike has a name. So I'm gonna just call it spike. I don't like that, but let's see if it works out. So we short there, and yeah, it kind of works out. So I mean it's just something you really have to practice with. And actually, I do actually have something that can help with that. It's on my GitHub. I made a tool that basically you can practice your trading on TradingView exactly like what I was doing here, but this little program, it keeps track of your trades. So you hit F8 or you hit F7 and you long and short, and it just tells you what kind of profit you made or what kind of percent you made, and it's just really useful overall. But I mean, there was, I kid you not, there wasn't really anything besides this RSI divergence strategy mixed with price action. So if I would have shorted around here, I would have gotten out at around here, because you see the price action, there's a bit of support right there. So let's see. I would have left so much money on the table there, but I honest to God, I would have gotten out of that trade. So yep, it is really just again, it's just a judge sort of thing. You kind of just have to judge it for yourself. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Honestly, it's not that complicated. What's hard is actually being rigid in your rules. Just actually doing it is the hard part. Anyways, that's pretty much it. I don't want to make this a long video. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to DM me or at me on Twitter, the best way to get in contact with me. I also want to say thanks to my new subscribers, but other than that, I will see you guys next time.